What's going on? So today I wanted to make a quick video kind of just going over some of the things that I like to bring to the track. And if you're planning on going for the first time soon, or you're not sure if there's something you might need, I'm going to go over some of the things that I recommend everyone bring to the track. That way when you go, you're not caught off guard, you have everything you need. And it's just mainly because these track days, it's a lot of wear and tear in your car. Sometimes traveling there can be a lot. Sometimes you're spending money on a hotel to stay overnight beforehand, and of course just the fee to get into the track day itself can be expensive sometimes. So you want to make the most of your day, and having these supplies or things in your arsenal while you're there for the day can be very helpful, and honestly some of them keeps you safe if more than anything else. So let's just go over really quick the things that I bring to my track days. And there's some things that I even want to add to my track day kit or pack, whatever you want to call it, that I have since found out is actually really necessary when you go to the track day. Really, I'm just trying to help out anyone who is planning on going to the track for the first time, or even if you've been going to the track, maybe I can open your eyes to something you don't have that you might also want to add to your kit. So we're going to start off with the things that I absolutely recommend everyone have, no matter how long you've been tracking. You probably already have this if you've been tracking for a while, but if you're new to it, I seriously recommend, if you don't have one of these, or at least, maybe find out if a buddy that you're going with has one of these on hand. You need a torque wrench, because you need to make sure that your lug nuts are not going to be coming off of your car when you're on the track. And that actually happened this past weekend at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Now, I don't know if this was really what happened. I don't know if the lug nuts were just loose and literally a rim just came off the car. But it's always important to check your lug nuts. I mean, that's the least you can do when you're going to intentionally be driving your car at a much higher intensity than you would on the street to begin with. You just want to be able to make sure that your lug nuts are nice and tight. That way, it's the last thing on your mind whether your wheel's going to be coming off. So that's what we have right here. This is my Craftsman. I don't know what model it is. Honestly, I'm not too into the tools or all of that just quite yet, but here it is right here if you want to see the code of what model this is, and I'll link it in the description as well. But this one is electronic, and the reason I like this one is because you can just turn it on and then you just kind of set it to exactly what you need. Now, the thing also with the C8 is it requires such a high torque on the lug nuts, and I'm actually at 120 just because my lug nuts are actually titanium and lubricated, so they require a less torque than usual, which is 120 instead of the standard 140 that your average C8 would usually use. And of course, on top of that, that means you're going to need the actual socket, whatever it may be. This is a stock C8 size socket for the stock C8 lug nuts, but I do have another one actually in the car that is kind of proprietary to the Race Sung lug nuts, and I leave that in the car because several times already at this point I've needed to take the rims off, whether it was changing a tire or when I was getting the exhaust installed, and I didn't have it on me because it was in my track pack. So I've since then taken it out of the track pack and just left it in the actual car. That way, whenever I need it, it is with me. So aside from this wrench though, you're also going to want like an extension. So have a nice 6-inch extension. It's pretty good, just to get a little bit away from the actual paint when you're checking those lug nuts. But definitely do this every time you go to the track. Before you start your day at the track, check your lug nuts. You can never be too safe or sorry. So aside from that, I have a pair of scissors, and this is honestly mostly for when I'm tying down anything really, but mostly the transponders that you can get when you're at a track day for the timing. Most people that I've seen just kind of zip tie them to your tow hook, front tow hook, rear tow hook, whatever, and that way at the end of the day when you're done using it, you have your pair of scissors. You're not asking people around, or you never know, you might be someone else's savior if you have a pair of scissors on you and they want to cut their transponder off for the end of the day. Instead of trying to find someone, you already have it. So that's super useful. The tape itself, this is actually mostly for if just in case I need to add a number to my car, because I do have the actual track decals, like printed vinyl, but in case, you know, someone for whatever reason decides they want to be number 42 for the day, and they are granted that number, or they signed up before me or something, at least I have some tape that I can tape on my car, a number 1 or whatever other number in front of it. That way I can still track for the day and not have to worry about finding someone with tape. And then you might also be, again, someone's savior at the end of the day if you have tape and they forgot to bring or don't have some. So definitely another thing I recommend having. This is just a kind of pack of wipes and hand sanitizer. Always nice to have at the track just in case you need to wipe anything down, or if you have a messy lunch, doesn't hurt to have that. Now moving on to the gear. Of course, everyone needs a helmet, so we have a helmet right here. And something I would highly recommend as well are the driving shoes. These are just like the Sparco. They're pretty entry-level shoes, honestly. They're not too expensive, and they really do help you feel the pedals underneath your feet instead of having, you know, a crazy Adidas shoe. I usually wear Adidas on a daily basis, but you can't feel the pedal nearly as well as with these on. These are just flat and pretty thin on the bottom. And it really does enhance your driving experience. It gives you a much better control of your car and the pedal while you're out there on the track trying to get your best time. And don't forget, of course, at the same time, it's also a safety thing. You know, you're feeling the pedal more, you have more control of your car, which is, at the end of the day, exactly what you want when you're at the track. Of course, under that we have the gloves. Now, this is something that I highly recommend everyone have as well. They're really cheap. I mean, if you're gonna skip on anything here, go ahead and skip on the shoes, I guess. But really, you need your gloves, because especially if your hands get sweaty, you know, you might be out there on a summer day, and having an Alcantara wheel is not something that you want to be touching your sweaty hands on, you know, oiling up the wheel and all the fibers. So this kind of just helps protect the wheel, but also gives you some better grip. When you're out there on the track, you're not worried about, you know, your hands slipping, maybe even on a leather wheel, especially if you get sweaty. Definitely something I recommend everyone have in their track bag. Now, something that I have also, not necessarily needed, but just kind of to keep the helmet extra clean and tidy, I have a bunch of head socks in here. I also have a bandana, you know, just in case it's really sunny that day and I honestly burn super easily. So I just use the bandana, wrap it around my neck when I'm not out on the track. You know, sun protection is definitely important. If you want to use sunscreen, you could do that. I just feel like sometimes the sunscreen is a little too oily. It gets all over my clothes, and then I start sweating, and you know, it just can make a mess sometimes with the sunscreen. So I just usually like to cover up. Alongside the bandana, I have like a compression shirt, a long sleeve compression shirt. Just protect your skin while you're out there. You're gonna be probably out in the sun most of the day, unless you're at a really nice track that has some garages you can use or rent out. But you know, for your average track day that I go to, I'm usually out in the sun almost all day. So I like to cover up as much as possible to reduce any chances of serious sunburn while I'm out there. And moving over to the electronics, so this is really all optional here, but this is just some of the stuff that I bring. So starting off at the top, we have a speaker, Bluetooth speaker. Now the cool thing with this speaker is it actually can double up as a charger, and I do have another charger down here too, but you can actually use the speaker as like a power bank, you know, to charge your phone in case there's no outlets available, which there probably won't be, unless again you're at a fancy track with a garage or something. You know, you want to play some music. It's nice and loud, can overcome the track noise in a small area at least. So in case you want to play some tunes without having to turn the car on, it's nice to have. Of course, all my camera gear, I record as much as possible and as from many angles as possible. So I have 2 GoPros, and I also have a DJI Pocket 2, and as well as obviously the camera I'm shooting with, and I have another camera too. So I have like so many different cameras that I could use, but I tend to stick to the GoPros. They're really honestly just the best for tracking. And then of course the C8 itself has a built-in PDR camera, so I use that as well. I kind of just blend everything together, get as many angles as possible while I'm out there. It's good for analyzing, and it's of course fun to watch, look back on. My goal is to also help people watching this video, like I'm helping you right now, hopefully open your eyes maybe if you don't have any of this stuff. If you're going to a track, what is it like being on the track? You know, going to a new track for me is the scariest thing. It's not just that like, I don't want to be the one holding people up. I don't want to be caught off guard, right? You want to be very careful with your precious car. You know, you don't want to go off track. And if you're going to be pushing, you know, considering you went to the track to begin with to push the car, knowing the layout and like kind of the line is really just the first thing I like to think about and figure out when I go to a new track. So being able to record this, hopefully helping people out who haven't maybe never been to, say, Las Vegas Motor Speedway outside road course before, they can watch my videos and see what it's like to go through the track, see the turns before they get there, and at least have a little bit of like experience understanding what to look for. So that's what really all the camera stuff is for. And of course, again, here's another battery. This one actually doubles up as my underglow battery. I have the underglow hooked up to this battery via the DC output port right here. But where is it? There we go. But aside from that, of course, you have like USB-C, and then there's like other USBs on the top, regular USBs. And then this is actually also a flashlight, SOS light. And then there is a kit that I have in the car, which this battery would be used to like jump start the car in case your car battery died. So yeah, this is just an extra battery that I have that I can also use for instance, iPhone cable. In case, you know, you don't want to have the car running or you don't want to have to leave your phone in the car. It's like a little mobile option aside from the bonus backup battery that comes with the speaker itself. Now, there are two other items that I highly recommend that you have at the track. And one of them I don't have in this kit right here because I was actually using it yesterday to refill my tires, which brings me into another thing after that. But anyway, what you need is a tire pressure gauge. You need a tire pressure gauge because you need to be able to air out your tires at the track. You cannot run the track with regular street tire pressure. If you do that, you're gonna notice you're gonna be sliding all over the place. Your tires are gonna have way too much pressure. And yeah, that's something that you wanna do right when you get to the track. Air down your tires. And sometimes it takes a little tweaking. You know, it might take the first session to figure out maybe your tires still have too much air in them, or maybe you don't have enough air, which then brings me into that other point. I had a big problem at Las Vegas Motor Speedway when I was leaving, trying to find a gas station with air. I don't know what it was. I went to 4 gas stations, and don't forget, not every gas station has an actual air pump available. So when I finally found the 4 that I went to that did have them, they were all out of order. And what ended up happening is the last one I went to, I was like super frustrated. I'm like, can you please help me out? Like I'm trying to drive home. I was driving home that night. It's like a 4-hour drive that I was not really looking forward to. I was out on the track all day. I'm really tired. I just want to get some air in my tires so I can head home. And thankfully the lady at the gas station had a mobile, like one of those little air compressor air up kits that you could plug into the 12 volt, and that can actually be the air pump for your tires. So that's something that I'm adding to my kit next, is a little mini mobile one, because that's just gonna save so much time. You know, when you're done at the track for the day, just turn on your car, plug that thing in, get the air all up before you even leave the track. You don't even have to go to the gas station. You just do that there. It would have saved me literally an hour trying to find air. Like seriously, it took me an hour, and that thing was actually really quick too. It's not like it took a while to pump air into the tire. It did a great job, and it was really effective. And it's honestly such a small little thing that you can add to your kit overall. I mean, it's probably the size of the helmet. So anyway, that's gonna be it for this one. It's more of a casual track day package. Of course, this is not anything for your hardcore, like people trailering their gutted cars in. You know, they're gonna have obviously a lot more tools and stuff to work on, and being able to do way more than I would. For me, I'm just driving my Corvette to the track for the day, tracking it, and then driving it home. So I don't have too much gear, and I also don't have too much space either. Again, it is a C8, so there's good room in the front and the trunk, but like it's not really that much room, right? So anyway, this stuff, everything aside from like, of course, the wrench and the helmet, everything actually fits in this storage tub. So it's really easy to keep everything organized together in there. And honestly, everything I just keep in there most of the time, aside from the gloves and the shoes, which I use occasionally for the sim machine, everything is just ready to go in that bin at all times. So you know, in case there's like a last minute track day I want to go to, I can just grab that bin, grab the helmet and the wrench, and everything else is ready to go. So that's going to be it for this one. I hope if you're new to tracking, I was able to help you out, or if you're thinking about getting into it, I was able to answer any of your questions on gear that you might need to bring. And if you've been tracking way longer than me and there's anything that I missed you think I should definitely look into, maybe for the future as I continue going to the track more, please let me know in the comments. I'm open ears for anything, like anything that would make my day at the track better or help me out. Something I forgot to mention actually was a chair. Definitely bring like a fold out chair. You might not have anywhere to sit. And then of course, like I didn't mention, you know, the water, bring water and a cooler and, you know, all that stuff that you would, I feel like everyone would already know to bring that. But this is mostly just like gadgets and accessories that would either be vital, like for instance, the actual wrench was pretty much vital before you go out on the track to check your lug nuts, but accessories that just kind of add and help to your day. So again, yeah, that's going to be it for this one. Thank you for watching, and until next time, peace.